What is up, guys? Lord Respawn here. Welcome to another video. So in this video, we are talking about the comments that Emily Rogers made recently, saying that there are two unconfirmed Wii U ports still headed to the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty exciting news. So naturally, that begs the question, what are those games going to be? You know, what could those games be? And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So first, we're going to go ahead and read her comments, read her statement. So she's optimistic about this year, and we're going to kind of just highlight it. So she thinks that they're going to lean a little bit too hard on re-releases of older stuff to kind of fill out the 2020 calendar. They've already announced Tokyo Mirage Sessions and Xenoblade Chronicles 1 remaster or remake for this year. And then she says I can confirm that Nintendo has at least, so it could be more than two, unannounced Wii U ports. They're not very difficult to guess because there aren't very many Wii U games left to port. So I think you guys know what these games are going to be, but we are going to talk about them. And she also goes on to mention that if you're not an Animal Crossing fan, you know, some people don't like the series. That's totally understandable. I personally, as you guys know, love the series. But Animal Crossing is definitely the big Q1, Q2 kind of pillar game that they're focused on. And so it looks like some of the biggest releases are going to happen holiday, end of next year. So that's basically what she said in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and talk about what I think they could be. So what I went ahead and did is here are the Wii U sales numbers for games. And these are like as of the beginning of 2019, and I'm assuming they haven't gone up that much. So let's just go through them all and say yay or nay if it is possible. So Mario Kart 8, obviously we already have Deluxe. That's off the list. 3D World, I think is a big obvious one that everybody's like, that is 100% getting a port to the Switch. So let's put a mental check by that one. Smash Bros. Or Super Mario Bros. Already have the port. Smash Bros. Already have Ultimate. Nintendo Land, it's a maybe, but in my personal opinion, I don't think they're going to port Nintendo Land of all games. I just don't see that as a potential portable game, if that makes sense. Splatoon, we already have Splatoon 2. They have Super Mario Maker, Luigi U. Again, no. We already have Mario Party, and I skipped over Wind Waker because that is a potential suitor. So now that we've gone over the Wii U sales, it's pretty obvious what two games on this list, as the top 10 units sold, could be for the two ports, and that is Super Mario 3D World and Wind Waker. But the more that I thought about it is, you know, there was two HD Zelda games that were ported to the Wii U, that being Twilight Princess in addition to Wind Waker HD. So I went ahead and took a look at the Zelda sales all time. Now, the Breath of the Wild sales, it has since surpassed this number. This is an older chart, but it still shows the picture that I'm trying to paint here. And that is Twilight Princess. Yes, keep in mind, it was on Wii and GameCube, so it is kind of double dipping there. But it had a lot more sales than Wind Waker. Now, I don't have the Wii U numbers, how it sold head to head on that platform, but the point of this is that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, I feel like the demand for them, from a Nintendo Switch perspective, from a Nintendo trying to decide which one to port, is almost the same, right? And I know that some people are going to be like, Wind Waker is better, it's more happier vibe, all that stuff, but in my opinion, they're pretty much the same, so it could be a flip-flop between those two, right? So let's go ahead and say my obvious number one choice of games that are going to be ported is Super Mario 3D World. Now, who knows when this is going to be released? My prediction, I would say probably like at the end of April or beginning to mid May would be my guess for 3D World. It's going to go maybe before before E3, and then they'll kind of jam pack stuff in the back half of the year. But we'll kind of see how that goes. But I think everybody has a consensus like, yes, Super Mario 3D World is going to come to the Nintendo Switch. We'll see what happens, but I think that one is the guaranteed lock. And then now these are going to be the other two that is like, which one are they going to choose, right? Like, are they going to go Twilight Princess HD? Are they going to go Wind Waker HD? Nobody really knows. It really is up in the air. Just something to keep in mind, like, the reason why they would do this is because it gives them another year to push Breath of the Wild 2 or the sequel out, right? They can push it to 2021 if they give us a Zelda game in 2020. And that's kind of like they gave us Link's Awakening this year, and this would just literally buy them time to have, to develop Breath of the Wild 2. Now, which one would they choose and how would they decide? I have a slight theory, and it's not an answer to which one they're going to decide, but it is something to think about. Breath of the Wild 2 was already said to be darker and more, I guess, mischievous than Majora's Mask, or at least on the same level. So, if you think about it, Twilight Princess is kind of on that darker theme, kind of atmosphere and storyline and things like that, whereas Wind Waker is very happy. You're on the blue sea, and everything, the music is just a lot happier. It's not as kind of intense and saddening, if you will. So maybe that plays into it. Maybe they give us, back-to-back happy games, in the sense that, like, Link's Awakening was an extremely upbeat and just pleasant experience. Wind Waker kind of has that same thing. And then Twilight Princess, you're more kind of, as I said, mischievous and things like that. So who knows what they're going to choose, but I think that could play into their decision on which one to do. Now, a dream would be if they gave us a double pack, right? If they gave us Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD in the same game. I don't think it's going to happen, but, we can dream, hope, pray that happens, because that would be absolutely unbelievable. But again, who knows what's going to happen. I do think deep down in my heart that it is going to be one of these two games, and it sucks that they're going to pick one of them because they're both amazing games, and I think that people that have not played them and are new to Nintendo should definitely play both, but it looks like they're only going to get to play one, so we'll see what happens. But those are definitely my two games that I think are going to be, well, I guess it's three, but up between these two. And then an honorable mention, I think a lot of people, are saying Pikmin 3 is an option, but from my point of view, I don't think it's going to be Pikmin 3. I just think that they're well in development on Pikmin 4, and that Pikmin 4 could be one of the Q3-4 releases. Don't quote me on that, but I do have a weird feeling that it could be released in 2020, so I don't think Pikmin 3 is going to be the game. And that's just my kind of 2 cents there. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think is going to be the two games that they announce for the Switch this year that are Wii U ports. I would love to hear, again, mine are 3D World and one of these two Zelda games. Looking forward to it either way, whatever way the dominoes fall. That's going to be incredible. But would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later!